maybe one more. We'll see. The one more, the extra credit one, is not going to be the same. Let's see with the surprise question. It depends on how you behave. So let's start with the first one. I'll ask you to join me in the stage, fast answer, and then the second, and just let's move dynamically. So let's start with the first one, and please, I would need Jana Fabregas from Edrix Healthcare to join me in the stage. Here's your mic. Welcome, Jana. Thank you. We've got two Janas today with us. Okay, so first thing from Edrix Healthcare, I'd love you to tell us a bit more about your project.
So, hello people.
You can tell them, convince them, because
Hello,
I'm already
everyone.
convinced.
First of all, I want to thank you, Barcelona Health Hub, for this opportunity and for organizing such an amazing event. And well, as you were saying, I'm Jana Fabregas, and I'm the Humanization and Health Management Project Director at Edrix Healthcare. So at Edrix, we are a young and multidisciplinary team. I have a companion here with me, Abril. And our main goal is to be able to develop projects which can impact in healthcare sector. So we usually develop tailored projects in collaboration with pharmaceutical companies, with professionals, and also patients' associations, with hospitals, and with the healthcare administration. We work in two main areas. The first one in digital health. Here we develop, for example, innovative medical education platforms. We also work on, for example, early detection, telemedicine, AI solution for hospitals. And on the other hand, we also develop humanization projects. These are my favorite ones, as you can see. And well, we actually, in this kind of projects, what we try to do is understand patients and healthcare professional needs, and just in a holistic manner. So we can actually try to implement solutions from a micro and macro management environment. So that's basically what we do.
So let's go with the second one. Let's see if you have a third one. But the second one is, how are you solving challenges in healthcare? I think that's an important thing.
Okay, so actually we think that the main challenge nowadays in healthcare is actually being able to implement technologies, to implement this digital transformation without forgetting and always keeping in mind that the ultimate goal is to improve people's life and well-being. So, for example, trust, feeling of safety, privacy, and being listened to. These are key concepts that always needs to go along with the healing process of a person. So that's what we try to do in our projects, is just keeping in mind that technology and humanization techniques should always go together. So every day we hear that there's this problem of lack of professionals. We don't completely agree with this statement. It's not that there is a lack of professionals, there is a lack of quality time for professionals to be with the patients. So patients need to be listened to, professionals need to look them in the eyes. And well, actually, we think technology and digital solutions can help us, just like removing all these non-valuable activities and all these administrative tasks that professionals need to do in order to gain time in what they really need to focus, that is treating the patient.
You want a third one?
Yes, sure.
Okay, Jana, third one. I would like you to highlight some actions that you have successfully implemented.
Okay, so, well, when they asked me this question, it always came to my mind the time that the pharmacy head of department of Vall-d'Hebron Hospital called us. We had been working together on a humanization project before, and she was quite worried about the situation in her waiting area. I don't know if you have ever been in a pharmacy waiting area of a hospital, actually any waiting area of a Spanish big hospital, but it's quite a mess. It's very crowded, there are long queues, but the particularity of the pharmacy services is that they share sensitive information. So they talk about what the patient's disease, they give there the medication. So it's important that these spaces are comfortable, are clean, and always help to promote this privacy. So talking with her and having analyzed her situation previously on the humanization project that we developed together, we now are developing a project, so it's a solution that can help just with patient flow in the waiting area, for example. Also, other projects that we're developing, more in digital health, can be an early detection platform, which is meant to be used by all publics. It's called iScreening. It's an ophthalmological platform, and just with a simple algorithm, you can go there and check which your symptoms are, and it takes you the priority that you need to go to check the doctor. And if it's really urgent, it opens you a telemedicine channel to talk to an actual ophthalmologist. So I don't know, these are some examples. So we do a lot of projects. As I told you, we do tailor-made projects, so it only depends on what the needs are. So if you want to know more, we'll be downstairs in Sala Hipólita. We have a booth there, so
Great.
just come and contact us.
We'll come to see you. Thank you very much to Jana Fabregas from Edrees Healthcare. Thank you, Jana. And we keep on moving, and now we invite to join the stage Pablo Mas from Meeting Doctors. Is Pablo around? Okay, he comes from the back. Cam guy. Come on, Pablo, join me. Okay, we'll see if you have a third one, but let's start with the first one. Tell us a bit about your project.
Okay, thank you very much for having us. Meeting Doctors is a pure telemedicine player. We basically do provide digital healthcare solutions. We provide both the technology and the healthcare professional service, always in the B2B ecosystem. Basically, it's similar to WhatsApp user experience. You get to get healthcare professional answers in less than 2 minutes through chat or video consultation. And we are doing that in a global scale. We are in 15 countries. We are doing that in more than 5 languages. And more than 8 million people have access to our services nowadays.
Can you elaborate a bit on how you're solving challenges in healthcare?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we make the access easier. With 2 clicks, and in the palm of your hand, you have the healthcare professional. We make it quicker. You're gonna have a solution in less than 2 minutes, or at least the first answer to that. And we're making it more affordable, which are 3 pain points that healthcare ecosystem has today. Some KPIs that go aligned with this is that 70% of the users that use telemedicine through our platforms are telling us they have avoided to make a face-to-face visit. So that consultation solves their problem. And another relevant indicator is that 96% of the users have told us that they are highly satisfied with the service.
Great, third one. I'm going to go with the third one, and I wrote it down that way because I want to know which are your thoughts on digital health ecosystem. If you realize or you perceive like a trustable ecosystem, safe and all these things, or if it was a COVID thing?
Yeah, from the perspective of a startup or a scale-up, we always wanted to go faster, but we see good news at one thing. Before the COVID, that we were already there, this was something new, and we had to convince people to try telemedicine. Now it's no longer about the new thing. It's about how valuable is your service that you are providing to users. And a good positive impact of this is that the sector is growing. As an example, we started working with insurance companies, health insurance companies, then pharma companies. But for example, nowadays we are even working with the African Amazon, which is called Jumia in Nigeria, and we are providing to its Prime members access to telehealth in countries where the access to face-to-face visits is really difficult. No? So the sector is growing. The bad news could be that it's difficult. We know a lot of companies are struggling also in this sector. And now it's about having valuable services and sustainable models. We're seeing corrections in the valuations of big companies in the world. So we need to make sustainable models, even financially, to provide valuable services for the final users.
Pablo Mas, thank you very much from Meeting
Thank you all.
Doctors. Thank you. Yep. Thank you very much. And let's keep on going, and let's invite to join the stage to Jordi Cabau from Salto Intelligent Technologies. Here, yeah, Jordi, here you are. Welcome to the stage. Ready for a couple of questions?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Okay.
Just a moment.
Yeah, let's prepare it. Not bad. You brought a lot of things from home. Fantastic. I've got one similar, but it's only for vacuuming. What's its name? Does it have a name?
This is the SomCare platform.
Okay, but
So this is-
does the robot
it's
have
a
a name?
robot.
There was a robot from PAL Robotics. They're in Barcelona, based in Barcelona.
No.
The name is People, so I was so happy.
This is a Temi robot.
I had a robot with my name. Okay, great. Nice and cool. So who do I have to interview to?
Both.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay. Why is she coming?
Don't
so
be afraid.
close? Okay, so Jordi, can I go with a question with you? Sorry, you're over there. Yeah. Tell us a bit about the project. Come on.
Yeah, the SomCare platform is a platform to help manage care and assistance of elderly people using a social robot like this one, smart devices like a mobile phone, home sensors, or even like this one, a health device that can be integrated in the platform.
Wow, sounds amazing.
So there is an artificial. Some platform consists of an artificial intelligence that's deployed in the robot, and a cloud platform that can control all the interactions.
Okay, and in your case, how are you solving challenges in healthcare? I mean, how are you using it to
Yes,
solve that?
as we people are growing, so there is more percentage of population that's older in our population. So we think that the SomCare platform can provide a tool for patients, caregivers to do a personalized care assistance, monitor them, gather useful data for caregivers and patients, and plan like a more flexible care planning. The SomCare platform has been awarded in 2019, like in a challenge of the Mobile World Congress for how to solve challenges or how to do better the life of elderly people through technology. And this, thanks to this award, we have some users that are actually testing. So the Barcelona City Council, so the social services of the Barcelona City Council is providing some users, and they are actually testing
Wow.
the
Good
platform.
results, with good results.
Good
so far?
results. We have a video to see that. It's very short. It will
Okay,
take time.
let's go. Super.
There is some sound in the video as well.
Oh, this is a video that come up before, remember? We saw this a bit.
Ah, you saw that?
No, it was a flavor of it. No worries. I don't know if there is audio. If not, you can explain it. I'm like God.
So now the robot has some tasks to do with the elderly person. Now the robot is asking if he is what he's going to eat, or if he has slept well. Then these interactions are gathered in the SomCare platform. Also, the platform can do reminders. Reminder is going to
Doctor appointment.
doctor appointments, something like that. As well, the robot can do video conference. So if Alvaro, in this case, is the user, the robot is asking him if he's feeling well or not, and then the robot will start a video conference. So we can see the video conference, and the caregiver can interact with him. The caregiver can move the robot remotely, so that the robot can map a room or a facility, and the caregiver can move the robot. And then in the video, the Alvaro has some health devices. The robot like that, and the robot has an application that can gather this information and send it to the doctor. So that we can provide like a more integrated care with elderly or even in nursing homes, home hospitalization, etc.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Jordi. It was great. Thank you to both of you from Salto Intelligent Technology. See you, bye-bye. Thank you. Yeah, I can grab it. No worries. Okay, so while Sam Kerr is just leaving the room with some help, let's join now to the stage to Jordi Darp from Science for Tech. Jordi, you ready? Salto is talking now, right? Amazing. Jordi, whenever you want. I've got it here. You want the mic? Join me. Better. Okay, so let's go with two questions. Let's see if there's a third. So tell us a bit about your project, about Science for Tech. What do you do?
Okay, well, first of all, thank you everybody for joining us today. This is an amazing venue, and our project is very, very specific. We develop technology for improving and accelerating the delivery of outcomes of interventional clinical trials. We work essentially focusing on oncology now, and we have already started developing neurology techniques now also to cover, including Alzheimer, Parkinson, and multiple sclerosis. Cardiovascular will come in 2023. We are a startup that has just concluded, well, in spring we concluded a finance round of about 2 million euros. We have been just awarded last week an ENISA grant, and I'm now, as a CEO of the company, pushing hard and looking for investment in order to grow, and particularly to land in France. As I said, we are based in Barcelona.
The BHH Summit is about to start.
Here at the BHH. And it is important to understand that we have now, through one of our apps, more than 5,000 registered diagnoses from cancer patients. And obviously, our next step, as I said, is to grow and scale into other countries. Why Spain, you might say, and why the scalability might be so complex? Well, essentially, you need to know that Spain is probably the 4th or the 5th country in the world generating and developing oncology clinical trials. So we are really in the right place. France being the 3rd, so it's just above us. And well, the next step will cover the US, well, UK, then US and China.
Congrats for the ENISA. And tell me about this, how do you solve or how do you face these healthcare challenges?
Well, in clinical trials, you need to know that there is something that is critical. There are 3 pillars. Time, we need to accelerate. So pharma companies, they file their patent with this new drug, new treatment, and there is a short amount of time to go ahead over phase 1, 2, 3 phases of clinical trials before getting validated and having the market license to commercialize the drug. Obviously, this might take a lot of time. So we are here specifically to accelerate, and we use all our technology at hand that we master. We deliver that as a software as a service and through mobile apps. And yeah, there is a bit of AI, but you know what? Not too much. We deal in onco, and a false negative is simply unacceptable. So we manage that carefully, particularly in the back office processing. And the second pillar is, it has been mentioned before by I think it was by Sara Pedraz from GSK, data interoperability. There is a completely mess between clinical sites connecting data. It's not about, it's not clean, it's integrity, it's everything. And that is a clear stopper. And the third pillar is universality. The more clinical sites are involved in a clinical trial means that the more oncologists and nurses and I would say healthcare professionals are dealing with the new treatment. So that is very important because if the drug is successful after the clinical trial, this means that thanks to the universality, people will know how to administer the drug to cancer patients.
Great. tell me the last thing, and that's going to be the third. Which is the main difference between you, Science for Tech, and your competitors?
Every company in the world is unique, I would say. In our case, I would like to clearly qualify our differences and our competitive advantage essentially based in our founders. So Maria Campos, Antonio Llombar, Dr. Antonio Llombar, and Dr. Javier Cortés. By the way, Dr. Javier Cortés was awarded 2022 first world expert in the HER2 positive breast cancer. So this is an inspiration. They are strongly committed with the company and with the project. Secondly, maybe not really differential, but for me it is important as CEO, I have an excellent team where there is a genuine blend of science and technology. We are not techie guys doing science, we are more closer to being science guys doing technology, and that is a driver for success. And the final one is our partner network. We partner with, obviously, oncologists, clinical sites, research institutions, but we also partner, and that is even more important, with patients, as we are listening to them through all the patient advocacy groups that we connect with and that help us spread the word, because in the end, they are at the core of what we're doing.
Great. Thank you very much to Jordi Guitart from Science for Tech. Thank you. And let's keep on going now with Xavier Yeixa from DigiMevo. Hope you're around, Xavier. Yeah, coming around. Okay, I've got a couple of questions for you. Join me. Welcome. So, tell us a bit about your project. What do you do?
So basically at DigiMevo, what we are doing is we are transforming the way that HCPs are connecting with patients through information and education. The way that we are doing it, it's quite unique. We developed our own technology that's called POC, that's been awarded already using artificial intelligence to be able to show what is needed at the right moment. So we are showing the content that the patient needs at the right moment, and we are doing that through like hospitals, healthcare organizations, pharma companies to add value. So it's simple what we're doing, is to show what you need at the moment that you need it, but this is quite complex, and the way that we do it is basically using two things. One is content. We have one of the largest libraries. I'm being awarded by the Digital Health Awards in Vegas 1 month ago about the best library through patient education. It's value of around 100 million that we offer and we put into the service to the different healthcare organizations and pharma companies. And later on, we develop our own technology through artificial intelligence and the different touch points to make sure that this content is delivered to the right person at the right time.
Elaborate a bit more on how do you solve healthcare challenges?
Yeah, basically, this is one of the, I would say, big challenge, because as we know, like we live in the area of information, but really it's too much information, and sometimes it's useless. So the biggest challenge is, again, is to put the information at the right moment. And in order to do that, we use something that is quite crucial for us, is the patient information journey map. And I will show it in a video, if it's possible to put it, and we will see how it does and how it works.
Let's watch it then.
So basically, we will see this is Juan. So like this is like a normal life for Juan. He starts coughing, and suddenly, as something that we do, like 80% of the users is gonna do it. He's gonna start searching for the symptoms on internet, and basically what he's gonna find is something that he doesn't like. He's like, oh, it's gonna be scary. So how we do it? We have our own recommendation system like Netflix that allows us to show, based on their profile, the information that he needs, and we integrate it in the healthcare professionals and organization system. Later on, when Juan goes to the clinic on the waiting room, we don't call it waiting room, we call it educational room. So we're going to show him, because we know him, what is the content relevant for him. So that's the other way we help them. The third part, it's important. The HCP for us is the teacher who's going to show them the content. So we are using the Excel workbooks that allows us with the 3D models. It can be even on the Meta Oculus glasses, but we can show them in an easy way what is currently happening. And later on, what we are going to see is like, okay, the doctor knows that the time of the doctor got, it's quite limited, only 5 minutes. So we will reinforce with a video this content to the patient so he can watch this video when he's at home and he can understand better what is happening. We did that with national results and it's been the best information during COVID. 70% reduction in reconsultation, being able to provide the right information at the right time. So when Juan goes again, like one of the problems that we saw is that Juan got Juan is smoking. He wants to be like, he wants to roll a lot about smoke cessation. So what we developed is this technology that allows us to give the information at the right time, but already like schedule it in a way that we know at what time we need to send the information that he needs. So this Juan is going to enroll in this program, so we'll be able to watch the content that's needed at the right time. And in order to have Juan use the power, we also developed another program which is called the Navigator. So navigators are also useful in this patient training because it's going to help him through delivering the tasks at the right time, the right information, and everything that's needed. It's personalize this according to what needs. What is the content that you know, how to use that content. For example, you can like check what is the right information at the right time on the palm of his hand, and using intelligence, we're going to be able to analyze how Juan is using the inhaler and provide feedback to the HCP. So basically, we are automating and standardizing all the information that the patient needs, providing, like as I said, like providing the information at the right time.
Xavier Yesha, thank you very much.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
We will be downstairs.
He was saying he will be downstairs. He's waiting for you afterwards. Let's finish it with Julieta Dana from We Fight. Julieta, join us, please. You need the ticker and you need a mic. Julieta will be always also around, so no worries.
Hello.
So, first question, the same that I asked to everyone. Tell us a bit about your project, please.
Yes, so I'm Julieta. You know me because I just talked in the panel. I'm business developer at We Fight. So We Fight, it's a health tech company working worldwide. Who develops virtual companions for patients suffering from cancer or chronic diseases with the objective, with the goal of improving the patient care, patient journey. This is our main activity, and we are also health data providers, patient data providers.
Fantastic. Second question, you could prepare it because there were 5 people before. So how are you solving healthcare challenges?
Yes, so we develop mobile technology, and mobile technology is only a tool. It's not an end itself. So we do several things with that. So firstly, we build whole communities of patients. So we recruit and we identify patients and we make them come inside our app, our solution. Second, we are going to educate these patients on their condition in order to empower them. Thirdly, we are going to collect data. That's where we also what we provide to our stakeholders. We collect important insights, quantitative and qualitative data, in order to offer this data to the whole ecosystem and to make better decisions. So pharma can make better decisions, HCPs can make better decisions based on this data. And finally, what we are going to obtain from these patients is a change on the behavior. This means when we are educating them, we are giving them the piece of information they need in order to provoke and to raise the awareness in these patients, to provoke a change on the behavior.
Great. In this slide, I can see a word repeated 3 times. Patient, patient, and patient. Mm-hmm. How do you improve the patient's journey thanks to mobile technology?
Yeah, so I will give you 2 examples that will be more yeah, that will make you better understand how we change this behavior. So we have 2 examples. First one, in asthma, we build important communities of asthma patients in 12 countries already in the world, in America, in Europe. And we are going to identify uncontrolled patients, and we are going to raise the awareness of these patients in order that they seek for a better quality of life. This is what this is our main goal on VIC asthma. And second example, it's on depression. We have a unfortunately, a very large community of patients on VIC depression. And what we are going to do with patients, the main goals are firstly psychological support. And second one is what we are going to make these patients pass a test, and we want to reduce the time, the lapse of time between a patient passed a test of control of their condition, and the time that this patient has a medical appointment where this patient is going to talk to its doctor about its mental health. This is the KPI. It's the time in between these 2 events.
Good enough. Thank you very much, Julieta Ana.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so it was great listening to all these people who's bringing great ideas. This was a quite productive morning. I don't know how many croissants or sandwiches you had in the previous break, but in case you didn't have many or you normally don't have these opportunities, it's time for lunch. So now you can go again for a lunch break. You can eat a bit. Yeah, we have 1 hour, so there's not going to be that much food, so that you only have 1 hour. And this is going to be held in Sala Ipostila and Sala 1902, as we did previously. So in 1 hour, we wait for you here. There's going to be many more things. There's going to be a panel which is Conquering Challenges in Pharma, which is going to be amazing, and many other things. Thank you very much. See you now.